Oh, hello. Finally, you two've made it. I was beginning to wonder if you got lost along the winding road down there. All right then, let's begin. The church bells have just tolled all the way to midnight, and we're lingering just outside of what's known as the Cave of the Forsaken in Tuscany. To its rigid and cavernous entrance, the Don of the House of Diavolo, Lord Felix himself, has personally escorted his hired valet, that's you by the way, dear, and a loyal but cutthroat, cut-purse, ruthless and rugged, rogue and wily, and a close personal friend, Will Scarlet of Locksley.
So, who's this? This your, valet here?
Yes. This is my company for the evening. So I demand that you give them the same respect you plan to provide me with, Mr. Scarlet.
Sure. So, what's your name then? Oh. Well, it's nice to meet you. Sorry, it's just... You can call me Will.
Enough flirting with the valet, Wolfie. This is serious.
I'm not flirting.
Please.
I'm just saying hello and introducing myself.
What's bothering you, Wolfie?
What could possibly be bothering me?
Mind your tone with me, darling.
Fine. So what are we doing here anyway, Don Diavolo? What's in this cave? Besides a bunch of bats and dung.
Scared of bats, are you, love?
Don't care for 'em, really, no.
Can we talk about it? Please. I don't like all this space between us now.
Talk about what, Felix? How you left me in the bloody Tower of London for 40 years.
I said to keep your voice down, Will. Save it for the Golem.
Gollum? What Gollum? Is he jesting, Valet? He's jesting,
Look,
yes?
Bloodkin, you have to know by now that I did not leave you at the Tower of London.
You did. He did.
I did not. What did you think they kept you alive for?
To experiment on me, Felix. That's why. To torture me. For fun.
They experimented on you.
They ripped my bloody throat out. Ran these ridiculous tests.
Is that why you sound so different now?
Yeah. They told me I got some sort of siren blood.
Well, that explains quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. Guess my powers only really work against greys and lichens. Men, mostly. Unfortunately.
We always find we have so much in common, don't we, Will? You know that I did everything in my power to have you released. I was told that you were aware of my campaign, from here all the way to London to have you fully pardoned.
Yeah, as propaganda for your little reformatory over in Florence.
For wayward witches and wolves.
I know what you're really doing over there. It's just another phony foundry to sell essence through the black market.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Felix.
Don't question my motives, Will. You know that I am and will always be your friend. Your true friend. It was my hand, and my hand alone, that kept that noose from your neck. Victor was the one that left you for dead, not me. Don't cast your doubt and anger upon me just because you're embarrassed you got caught up in such a preposterous scheme. What would I do without my Wolfie, Scarlet?
Stop it, Felix. Not in front of the Grey, please. All right. What are we doing here, then? Am I even wearing the right shoes for this?
They're hideous, but the grip on your soles should suffice.
So me and the Grey here are swiping something? And you said they're golems inside?
Yes. This is what the locals call the Cave of the Forsaken.
The Forsaken?
It's just a moniker to keep the cave raiders and bounty hunters away. But I assure you, it's been scouted, and it's safe to tread. At least insofar as the opening of the first chamber.
And what's in the chamber beyond?
Well, here, I'll show you. You see these drawings? You see this sketch here?
Yes, it's quite good. Did you do these?
No. But I appreciate your confidence in my artistic ability. This is one of the few surviving journals of Leonardo da Vinci.
Who's he?
Da Vinci?
Never heard of him.
The artist.
You have any idea who he's talking about, Valet?
He was a bit of a polymath, and an odd one, but he was brilliant. And this cave here appeared more than once in the journals I procured from his long-lost estate.
All right. Wait, go back. Wait, what's that? Who is this here?
You recognize her? It's a sketch of a portrait Prince Akim once commissioned. He wanted Leonardo to paint Meng Yao. These are the rough sketches, but I suppose it is a testament to his genius that you were able to spot her so easily in the charcoal. Leonardo couldn't quite capture her spirit in Dracula's eyes, and the commission was ended shortly after it began. The ever-elusive jade dragon has still yet to be captured.
So what about this cave, Felix?
Well, in the earlier entries, he sketched what looked like a trove of artifacts. I'm sure he didn't know what he was looking at the time, but from everything I've learned over the centuries, I believe this cave matches the location from the stories of where the magic flying carpet hailed from. I think this Cave of the Forsaken is an ancient vault, long abandoned by the witches of Rome, and I think the magic lamp may still be inside of it. Knowledge of its existence has been lost to man for some time, but it's one of the most powerful artifacts in the world, and whoever claims it will essentially rule over it.
You want to rule the world, Felix?
No. I know what this type of magic would do to the beholder of it. I want to control the ruler.
And you want me to take a peek and see if it's in there? I mean, what if it's not, and we've come all this way for nothing?
It could be nowhere else, Scarlet.
Would you please retrieve it for me, Wolfie? And take my valet with you. They've been asked to supervise, to ensure everything is done properly as requested, as paid for.
What if I get this grey here killed? Do you know of all the booby traps?
I honestly don't know.
How are
love.
these artifacts protected?
The scouts said they heard whispers, or hissing inside, like snakes.
And there are snake pits now.
But that shouldn't bother a venomite like you, should
Well,
it?
I'm not very fond of snakes,
Just keep
Felix.
quiet and touch nothing but the magic lamp. You understand, Mutt?
Now that was uncalled for, Lord Felix.
He doesn't treat you like this, does he?
I'm sorry. I've just been horribly stressed. It's very important that you don't touch any other gold or trinkets or anything of value. It may alert whatever is lurking inside. That goes for the both of you. I don't want you two in there long, Will. Make it quick.
Okay, there's an old torch here. Must have been from the scout. Have you, got a light?
My pleasure.
With a lackadaisical twitch of his slender gloved fingers towards the burnt torch, Felix lights the head of it with his cobalt blue hellfire, illuminating the entrance to the Cave of the Forsaken. Within the first chamber, you and Will can already see shreds of crumbly, translucent snakeskin, some small, some large, some old, some fresh. On one particular patch of hide, an intricate pattern of heart-shaped scales appeared clear as day, though it was just past midnight. A chill slithers downward between Will's shoulder blades as he whispers to you.
I agree with the Cambion. I think we should make this quick, my friend.
Be careful, Wolfie. Bring back my valet. They're my favorite, you understand? Return them to me with every hair on the head they've left with. I'll be just outside here. And you see this? It's the deed to a French estate. It's old, but it's near the lichen town of Loupière. All the lichen blood you could dream of. It will be yours, Scarlet, where you can rest your bones and store your bounty. A handsome reward for a handsome man. I won't leave you, Will.
Okay.
Ready, Valet?
Will leads the way, waving the lit torch as if it were a magic wand, warding off anything that means to go bump in the night.
How are we doing back there? You've got a good footing? It's quite rocky in here, isn't it?
Through the first chamber you've crept, and you've stridden the walls and found a short, narrow opening just big enough for the pair of you to squeeze through.
Well, I suppose I'll go first with the light. Just stay close to me and hope we don't run into anything with far more, or far less arms and legs than we have, yes? Brilliant. We'll have that lamp in hand before we know it.
In through the rough, rigid passageway you slink. The floor is wet, but the air is dry, and the warm glow of the torch does very little to help light the way forward. But you've put your trust in Will Scarlet, the con artist, the thief, the scoundrel.
I think I can hear something. I hear water. running water in the next chamber. Perhaps it's a grotto. Wait. Shh. Don't move, Gray. Do you hear that?
Will quietly steps a tentative foot into the next chamber at its opening. It's quite expansive, really. The ceilings were as high as the cathedrals of Rome, and the sound inside carried whispers as calamitous thunderclaps. An opening in the canopy of the cave allowed moonlight to break through just enough to hint to the great depth of the cave around you. You and Will ought to be quiet, if Felix was right about there being a great protector of the cave. One unstable step could send a rock splashing into the tide pool at the center of the cave.
That's it. Nearly through the opening here. Perfect. All right, now, I suppose we fan out and look for anything that looks like a magical lamp of some sort. You know, like the really old ones you put oil in, and it has the wick at the end and... Gray!
Just behind you stood a tall, pale figure. Its eyes wide and intense, its jaw slacked and teeth bare to the cave air.
Oh, God, it's Gray. I thought there was someone standing right behind you. It's just a statue here. It's made of stone, right?
Right into the face of the wall was the visage of a man. He looked to be carved from the cave itself. The man was so well articulated. His expression was earnest. His grimace was haunting. He looked to be frightened, with his arms outstretched toward some unseen assailant. But there were marble tears in his eyes, precariously hanging from his lower lids.
He's so lifelike, yeah. Any luck then? With the lamp?
A clamour of loose rocks on one side of the cave invoked silence from the two of you. Will quietly raised the torch and stretched as far over as he felt safe. His bright blue, venomous eyes narrowed into serpentine slits, hopeful to find absolutely nothing on the other side of the pool.
Must be nothing. Wait! Wait, there is something. Do you hear it too? Felix was right. There's some kind of whispering. Come with me, Valet. It's coming from that enclave there. No, it's fine, I promise. You'll be fine. You'll be with me, all right? This isn't my first hairy situation. We just need to be silent. Like a cat, yeah? I dare someone to come hither thirsting for a taste of scarlet steel daggers.
Will carefully lead you both to a small nook in the corner of the cave. During this silent sojourn, an eclectic trove passes you by. Odds and ends like tarnished jewellery and rotten shoes were strewn about. Common household objects like brooms and books littered the rocky but worn floor. Everything seemed useless and yet somehow completely invaluable. But something called to Will. He was magnetised to some voice unheard. As you both drew nearer to the dark abyss, a small shape started to glow brighter and brighter. At first red in colour, then blooming into a hue likened to the raging coals from the Everforge. The blazing object came into focus as you and Will crept closer, careful not to disturb the clutter and trinkling treasures scattered around the moonlit chamber. There were ancient runes carved into the small box, which appeared to be expertly crafted from stone. Its sides were smooth, and it was a perfect cube. It could have fit inside the palm of Will's hand. It wasn't until you saw him reaching for the stone object that you noticed he was missing part of his first finger.
It's beautiful. Gray? What do you think is inside it? How do we open it?
Who goes there?
Who's there?
Who are you? Who do you think you are? To enter my lair uninvited, Victorian.
Stay back! Back!
I may not own this cave. There is no deed to sign. There are no portraits above a hearth. I was not willed this dwelling, but it is mine, vampire.
Will jogs the lit torch wildly towards the assumed location of the stalker. Erratic whips of what sounded like a massive swinging appendage swiped the ground and kicked up dust and trinkets from the floor.
Worry not, Gray. I'll keep you safe, as promised.
Come out! Show yourself!
The tender crackling of beastly wings extending and the darting strikes of snakeheads in the darkness aided in the understanding of just what exactly the menacing creature was.
I am Stheno. I protect this cave, these artifacts, that box. You will leave this instant, or you will never leave at all. You will become one of my gallery, my sculptures, my audience. Such a handsome couple. You'll become my finest work.
There's no need for any of that hassle, madam. Me and my friend were just looking for something. We want no quarrel with you. Whoa, okay. The magic lamp. Do you know of it? Do you have it, milady?
You fools. There is no such thing as a magic lamp.
All right then, all right. Fair enough. Wait, you're a Gorgon? Like Medusa? Are you sisters? You're the one that turned all these blokes to stone. Gray, close your eyes. Don't look at her, no matter what you do.
Only one was ever clever enough to leave here with one of my trinkets. He rode off on my magic flying carpet.
Wait, was his name Aladdin?
I know not what the thief was called. You won't be so lucky, biter.
Remember to keep your eyes low and away, Gray. All right, listen. I've got my daggers at the ready.
When I tell you, I want you to dash towards the passageway out of here. Trust me. As long as you keep looking forward, she can't turn you to stone. Distract her. Keep her eyes on you, all right?
Will Scarlet grips your shoulders from behind and sets you on a course towards the exit. All you have to do is run on his mark. You're already breathless from nerves, but can find no other means of escape other than to flee.
I need you, Grey. We're gonna be fine.
You dig the ball of your foot into the hard ground and wait for his signal.
Go!
You rip towards the exit, kicking books and debris away as you make your way to the far wall and the narrow opening you inched your way through earlier with so much hope and promise of adventure. Well, it's found you. And it's tracked you from across the cave with its ancient, eldritch eyes that will petrify you the moment you lock your own onto them. But from somewhere in the cave, you hear the spiralling whips of two blades of cold steel slicing through the stagnant, dusty air. And they've found their target.
My eyes. My eyes.
Let's go, Grey!
What have you done?
Back through the hole!
Will pushes you into the passageway and down the narrow, unlit corridor, having abandoned the torch in the treasury room. The horrified screams of Stheno echo past you as you shimmy closer and closer to the first chamber, where Lord Felix will be happily greeting you.
The box! The box! You've taken the box! You thief! Bring it back. You know not what it is, what it does. You've damned us. You've damned
Well,
us.
if I was going to lose my brand new daggers again, I would say losing them in the eyes of a legendary Gorgon was worth it. Wouldn't you say, Grey? Oh. We made it through. Whew, that was fun. Brilliant job, Grey. I should bring you on my next job. Promise you won't be bait next time. Sorry.
Wolfie, are you all right? What was all that screaming? About a box?
Felix, you would not believe what we found.
The lamp. The magic lamp.
Well, we're fine. Thanks for asking.
Did you get it?
Well, no such luck, Felix.
Blast. Valet, are you hurt, darling? No? Good. That would have put a damper on the evening.
What about me?
You're fine, Scarlet.
Well, I'm sorry we couldn't find your lamp. The creature in there said it didn't exist.
Of course it exists. Magic of that magnitude doesn't simply evaporate. It's somewhere here on Earth.
She spoke of Aladdin, by the way.
Aladdin? You jest.
Nope. She did, didn't she, Grey?
So, the rug came from this cave. Honestly, Scarlet,
I know I didn't produce the lamp, but
you feed from me like a trough and return very little.
Is that why you sent for me to help you tonight? Because I'm such a parasite, a moocher. You really put yourself before anyone else, don't you? We could have been killed in there. There was a bloody Gorgon batting her pretty snake eyes at us, Felix. Your valet here was about to become a new wall of your precious forsaken cave.
Well, I suppose I ask too much of you, rogue. You've been very nice to have around over the centuries, but...
What? You're going to push me aside just as soon as I'm not useful to you anymore? just like everyone else does. You're just another user, Felix. And I don't believe for a moment you ever tried to help me. Have fun with your little clay blood farm and your little sanitarium or asylum or whatever.
Yes, fine. Splendid idea. Perhaps we should just part ways for a while. Let some new blood take a crack at the special jobs I've always reserved for you. Maybe I'll send for Andre of the House of the Cobra. I don't take him for a complainer. Thanks for the memories. Here, the deed to the French estate. Consider this chattel a parting gift, Will Scarlet. Happy hunting, Wolfie. Come, Valet. We need to find another treasure hunter who can get the job done.
Wait, Felix. I'll go back in the scary cave as soon as the Gorgon has cooled down. All right, love?
Leave Florence immediately. And stay out of my way, or I'll make you wish you were turned to stone tonight.
Well then. Nightwell, Grey. Maybe we'll meet again for another vault raid, yeah? Somewhere in France? Just don't tell Felix. He gets jealous. It'll be our little secret.
As you and your employer ride away on your tired horses through the dense Italian wilderness, you peer back behind you and see that Will Scarlet has yet again been captivated by something. Something he found in the cave. The box. The amber glow illuminated the sellsword's unblinking eyes as he stood entranced at the entrance of the Cave of the Forsaken. His lips parted and seemed to be speaking to someone unseen, with a soft, delicate voice that was inaudible to you. As you rounded the curve of the bend of the path below, Will Scarlet fell out of sight, and an unsettling hush of doom befell your soul. What had he truly stolen from that cave?